guys, what's up? It's Grace here. Welcome back to my channel. Quick reminder that I'm sorry I didn't upload on Friday. I was at work, finally, back at work, earning money again. Feels really good, even though I'm probably not going to have a lot for Christmas shopping. I know, it's depressing. But anyway, back off that topic. Sorry I didn't upload on Friday, but I'm uploading today, which is my only free time this weekend because I've been really busy. Like, it's crazy when it gets to Christmas time, like decorations, trees, lights. Okay, so today I thought I'd stick with the Christmas theme, which is why I'm wearing my Christmas jumper. Got it today from Asda, not Spawn. It's a very cute jumper. I think so. Anyway, so today I am going to be doing my top 10 Christmas films to watch during the holidays, because I don't want to be against any other religions. I personally celebrate Christmas, but if you celebrate Hanukkah or any other religions at this time of year, that's absolutely fine. So, the first thing, my personal favourite film out of all of these, personally, Home Alone. Oh my goodness. I feel like the 90s was the renaissance of Christmas films. There were the old ones, like White Christmas and things that were either like in black and white and things like that. But oh my goodness, the 90s and just into the 2000s, just about, the renaissance of Christmas films. So if you've never seen Home Alone, you must have been living under a rock, or you've just not seen it. And basically it's about a kid who's left at home during the Christmas period while his parents go, while the rest of his huge family try to go on holiday to Florida. And just as the mum's getting on the plane, she realises she's left her kid at home, and the kid has to try and stop these robbers from getting into his enormous house and stealing everything by coming up with a cunning plan. It's a really funny film. I really do recommend it, and it is definitely my favourite film. Up next is another favourite of mine. It's kind of like something I liked as a kid and I still kind of like, but before you look it up, if you've never seen it, it's a British film, just saying. I recommend you write the whole title, or at least say who it's by, because there are many ways you can get this confused. So this film is called The Snowman, the 1984 one by Raymond Briggs. Not the other one. That one's weird. I don't know what it's about, but it looks really freaking creepy. Anyway, so The Snowman by Raymond Briggs, it was suitable for kids, it's suitable for adults, and there's no dialogue, ever. There's no dialogue, and that's what makes it so relatable. It means that there's every single frame of art in that entire film was drawn by hand. And they did the same in the sequel to that, which was released in 2012, which is The Snowman and the Snowdog. They're so cute and heartwarming, and I count it as a Christmas film. I call them Christmas films because they do happen around Christmas time, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they do. Yeah, there's Christmas trees and all that and snow. Even though we don't get much snow here in England. Yeah, weird that. My third favourite, Miracle on 34th Street. Not the 40s one, the 90s one, 1994. I watched it again today and I still absolutely love it. Richard Attenborough, just amazing acting. He was born for the role of Santa Claus, that beard, that everything. And I can't remember the name of the actress, but the girl who plays Matilda in the Matilda movie, she is an amazing actress. So if you've never heard of Miracle on 34th Street, it's basically about a big shop hiring someone to be their Santa Claus, and him turning out to be the real Santa Claus, and then there's this whole palaver about proving whether Santa's real or not, and it even goes to court, and it's a really good family film. Very feel-good, very relatable, even today. Yet again, another 90s, another favourite of mine. 4 fourth, which is my mum's personal favourite, and I personally quite like it as well. Muppet's Christmas Carol. Oh my gosh. Muppet's Christmas Carol it's funny, it's cute, it's kind of emotional as well, and you just can't not love the Muppets. You can't. It's got, what's his face in it? The person who plays Scrooge is the same person who plays Albert in Batman, like the modern Batman. I can't remember his name. Michael Caine, that's it. It's got Michael Caine in it. Just watch it just for Michael Caine if you really want his British accent and all. But there's also Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. What's not to love about Kermit and the entire gang? It's amazing. By the way, if my nose sounds funny, a cold's coming on. Yes, it's winter. Of course I'd be getting a cold at this time of year. So, next film, 2000s. I think it's 2004 with Will Ferrell in. Have you guessed it yet? Elf. Plain and simple. Elf is so freaking funny. It's hilarious. The idea of an elf being a human and acting like an elf and then going back to the human world to try and find his real family, and him just being so gosh darn lovable. He sings, he dances, he dresses like an elf. I think it's funny. If you think it's funny, comment down below your favourite out of all of these right at the end. Make sure you finish this video first though. Okay. My next one is, this is a bit of a mouthful, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Not the cartoon version. I'm not talking about the cartoon version. You may like that one, but I like the Jim Carrey one, where he plays the Grinch. It's, oh my goodness, it's so funny. It's the face, the makeup, the everything. Oh my goodness, it's just crazily funny. Jim Carrey always goes over the top with every single one of his roles. When he's done Batman, when he did Ace Ventura. If you've never watched Ace Ventura, that's a really good one. If you've never heard of Dr. Seuss, he's a famous children's author who's written things like Horton Hears a Who and things like that, and The Cat in the Hat. He's an amazing children's author, and lots of his things have been turned into films, including Horton Hears a Who, which is actually really good as well. But How the Grinch Stole Christmas is just so... it's hilarious! It's really funny. Next up, it's kind of a modern one. I think it was like only a few years ago. I think it's about 2014, but I can't back myself up on that one. Arthur Christmas. It's animated. I think it's DreamWorks. I did try and do most of my research for this, but I didn't look too deeply into Arthur Christmas. It's not a big favourite of mine, but it is a great film. So basically, Santa's children turn into the new Santa when an old Santa retires or passes. So there's a Santa... that better not have gone on camera. Anyway, there's the Santa who's retired, there's the big Santa in the big red coat with the white beard, there's a younger Santa who's like really muscly, and then there's Arthur Christmas, who's very young, very weedy, kind of very Neville Longbottomy before he Neville Longbottomed them all. And then basically they have this big excursion of how they do Christmas. They like black out the whole sky so they get everything done in one night, blah 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 blah. And then they miss a kid. There's a present that's still left on this big airship or something, and Arthur Christmas makes it his mission to get it to that kid before morning comes, before the sun rises. And it's a really good film. I think I did watch it pretty much when it came out, and it's still a really good, really fresh film. For saying the Renaissance was basically in the 90s, because come on, 90s Christmas films are the bomb. Another Another one that's my favourite came out in the 80s, back when the style of film was very newly coined and things. The Polar Express. Now, this one's quite underrated in my opinion, but I still think it's a really good film. I really do. Some people have said to me, oh, I didn't really think it was that good, but I like it. I really do. Personally, because I've had a great experience of it in a 4D. So, like, you go to an amusement park and they have those 4D theatres, and I went to it with, like, a guides troupe or something, and you'd sit in the chair and they'd blow wind in your face, like fake snow, water, everything. Like, you wouldn't get completely wet, but you walk out of there feeling that rush, like when there's the bit when it goes on the roller coaster. So if you've never watched the Polar Express, it's basically a train that stops outside children's houses, and it takes them to the North Pole, and it's just amazing. It really is. And it's a really great concept. I think the best parts probably happen on the train before they get to the North Pole. That bit's, like, it's okay, but, like, the bits on the train are probably the best bits. Especially, like, all the bits where they have to go on roller coastery bits and have to go through walls and things like that. It is really cool. I know this list is quite long, but anyway. The final one on here is the Santa Claus. Don't get this wrong. Don't spell it the Santa Claus as you would normally do. Claus as in, like, literacy, kind of a clause. If you've never watched it, I think it is another 90s one. Don't take my word for that, but it's basically, it has Tim Allen in it, person who does the voice of Buzz Lightyear, if you're into that. It's about, basically, I know I keep saying basically a lot. I'm so sorry. I am terrible when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, it's I'm trying to say it without saying basically. It's about how one Christmas Santa lands on the roof, and these two got like this son and his father trying to distract him by shouting his name up there, and Santa falls off the roof, and the dad tries on the coat, and suddenly, boom, he's Santa Claus because the other Santa Claus is dead. So he becomes Santa, and all of his life around that. And the story's based on how Jack Frost strives to steal Santa Claus's life and tries to get more popular, and how Santa Claus, not the real Santa Claus, but like the Santa Claus that became Santa Claus, I know I'm saying Santa Claus a lot, but the guy who became Santa Claus, played by Tim Allen, tries to get back into those shoes and take Jack Frost down a few pegs. I think it even has the Tooth Fairy in it. It's pretty fun. It's kind of like that, what's it called? Rise of the Guardians. It's a little bit like that. I did have some other ones on this list, but I replaced them with things that I thought would be better. An honourable mention has to be Nightmare Before Christmas, because even though it's a weird holiday mashup, I do kind of like some Tim Burton films. Some Tim Burton films are alright. Even though it's not technically Tim Burton, like in some ways, I don't know who the original one is, but I just know it's Tim Burton. And it's this big holiday mashup of Halloween and Christmas. People say it's a Halloween film, but it has Christmas in the title, so it's kind of confusing, but I'd still recommend you check it out because it's pretty good. But that's just an honourable mention out there. But I would definitely, most certainly recommend Home Alone. Maybe not the second one. The second one was a bit dry, and the third one, oh gosh, that was terrible. I hated the third one. I hated it with a passion. It was awful. Anything with Macaulay Culkin in is pretty good. I mean, have you seen him today? He looks nothing like Kevin, the character he played. Anyway, that is all the time I have, and honestly, I'm trying to make sure this video isn't too long because I do have a problem with that sometimes. I'm trying to get it to pretty much 15 minutes. It's 14-ish at the minute. But I am definitely going to be doing more Christmassy content. Comment down below what your favourite Christmas film is and what kind of Christmassy themed videos I should do in the future. Like maybe I should show you some of my Christmas decorations and things, or how I do Christmas, or maybe I don't know. Give me suggestions. I don't want to go overboard with the Christmas theme, but I am a big fan of Christmas. I might even be wearing Bonce Boppers in the next video. Like, I've got snowflake swans, or I'll have like reindeer antlers. Anyway, I'm rambling on way too long, so I will see you all next week. I will try to upload on Friday because I'm working Saturday. I will try my hardest. And in a few weeks, it'll be the holidays. I'll be so free to make good videos, but I do think that Christmas week, I'm not going to upload much because Christmas week is extremely, like, on the run up to Christmas, because there are 2 Christmas birthdays in my family. Yeah, not Jesus, 2 other people. Like, seriously, their birthdays are on Christmas Day, so you have to get them birthday presents and Christmas presents. It's terrible. So, yeah, that's basically it. I'm not going to do what I got for Christmas because that's just a bit stupid. In my opinion, I don't think that would be very worth my time at all. But yeah, I will see you all next week, hopefully on Friday, maybe Sunday.